Welcome to The Explainer. What if I told you accountants could predict the future? Not just look at the past, but forecast what's coming with, some pretty incredible accuracy. Well, that's the world AI is building right now, and today we're going to break down exactly how.
All right, let's just get right to it. This is the big question, isn't it? The one on everyone's mind. But here's the thing. The real story, the interesting story, isn't about replacement at all. It's about a total transformation. And honestly, it's pretty exciting.
But to really appreciate where we're going, we first need to look back at where we've been. Let's talk about the dilemma that accountants have been stuck in for decades.
For a long time, the job was all about being buried in paperwork, right? Just a mountain of transactional tasks. So much of their time was spent looking in the rearview mirror, dealing with historical data, endless data entry, endless reconciliation. It meant they were always focused on what already happened, which, you can imagine, didn't leave a lot of room for providing that crucial, forward-looking advice on what to do next.
Okay, but now a whole new toolkit is showing up. And honestly, it's giving accountants some serious superpowers to finally break free from all those old-school limitations. So first up, you've got machine learning, or ML. The best way to think about it is like a super-powered detective. It can sift through literally millions of transactions, way more than any human ever could, and spot patterns. Things like flagging potential fraud, or even building these incredibly detailed sales forecasts.
Then there's natural language processing, NLP for short. This is huge because it gives AI the ability to understand words, not just numbers. Suddenly, it can read through thousands of legal contracts to pull out key terms or, get this, even analyze customer reviews online to predict how many products might be returned.
And of course, we have to talk about the one that's on everybody's radar, generative AI. This is like having a brilliant assistant on call 24/7. It can pull together information from all over the place to draft a financial report from scratch or help an auditor just explore a company's data in new ways to find hidden efficiencies. Okay, so this is a really important point. We need to make a distinction here. Modern AI is not the same thing as the older automation you're probably used to. Think of it like this. Old automation, like RPA, is great at following a recipe, step by step, perfectly, every time. But AI? Well, AI can invent a whole new recipe. It learns, it adapts, and it makes judgments. And that right there is the real game changer. So what happens when you take this incredible AI toolkit and point it directly at those old tedious challenges we were just talking about? Well, you get a massive shift. A shift away from tedium and straight towards genuine, actionable insight.
Let's take a classic example, something every accountant knows: invoice processing. That manual, mind-numbing, error-prone task. With AI, it becomes completely touchless. The AI scans it, extracts the key data, assigns the right codes, and even matches it to the purchase order, all automatically. It's not just faster, it's way, way more accurate. And that accuracy has a huge impact on security. Look at this. The Association of Certified Fraud Examiners projects that the use of AI in anti-fraud programs is set to triple in just the next couple of years. That's not a small jump. That is a massive leap in how companies protect themselves.
Now this number, 100%, this is huge. For auditors, this is a total paradigm shift. In the past, they could only test a small sample of a company's financial transactions, right? There was always a risk something was missed. But with AI, they can analyze all of it, 100%. The risk that comes from sampling, it just vanishes.
And when you have that kind of power, it just kicks off this whole cascade of benefits. We're talking more efficiency, better accuracy, big cost savings, but it's more than that. For instance, increased efficiency doesn't just mean getting things done faster. It means freeing up your smartest people to work on strategic stuff that actually grows the business. And better compliance, that just means less risk. That's a huge win for anybody.
So, all of this, all these tools and benefits, they're all leading to one really important outcome. It's the evolution of the accountant's role itself. We're moving away from the number cruncher and towards the true strategic advisor. And this, right here, is the transformation we've been building towards. Instead of just reporting on the past, they're forecasting the future. Instead of manual data entry, they're doing deep strategic analysis. AI takes care of the routine, transactional stuff, freeing up the accountant to focus on those high-value, consultative insights that can actually change a company's direction.
Now look, let's be real. This isn't a walk in the park. There are definitely some hurdles on this journey. You've got initial costs, you've got to reskill employees. And yeah, trying to plug a brand new AI tool into a 20-year-old legacy system, that can be a serious headache. But these are solvable problems. With the right plan, these obstacles are absolutely worth overcoming for the massive rewards on the other side.
And believe me, this journey is far from over. If anything, we're really just at the starting line. What's coming next promises to be even more revolutionary.
So, what's on the horizon? Well, think about even more powerful predictive analytics that make forecasting almost like seeing the future. Imagine real-time data analysis that gives you insights the second things happen. And, get this, integrating AI with things like blockchain could create audit trails that are literally unbreakable. It's pretty wild stuff.
And that brings us all the way back to our first big question, but now we can see it in a whole new light. So will AI replace accountants? No way. It's not about replacement, it's about augmentation. It's about giving human experts the tools to automate the tedious stuff, freeing up our brains to tackle the bigger, messier, more strategic challenges. Which leaves us with a much better question to ask. If the AI handles the calculations, what incredible problems are we going to solve next?